Allison brought up Christina on her own, without her husband. No one supported her in this either financially or morally, and she didn't ask for help from anyone. Parents disowned their own bloodline even when she became pregnant with Christina. And the beloved disowned. Said that the child is not his, and the end. Allison had no close relatives, no loyal friends. She didn't get them even after she gave birth, because who wants to deal with other people's troubles? With a small child in her arms, in moneylessness and loneliness, Allison pushed her misfortune forward with all her might. It happened that even her daughter's milk was not enough to buy, but she stubbornly overcame the difficulties that thorns grew on her life path. With God's help, Christina grew up. Allison put her in school, where she worked as a janitor. As the girl grew older, she became shy of her mother. "Give up this job," she ordered, "do not disgrace yourself and me. Everyone in my class laughs at me that my mom is a janitor. Daughter, if I quit my job, we'll be left with nothing," Allison explained softly, but her daughter cut her off, "as if we have anything now." "Christina, don't anger God," her mother said, "you have something to eat, something to wear. We are not luxurious, but let it be as it is, as long as it is not worse. Everything will get better." "I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore," the teenage daughter screamed, wriggling away from her mother's attempts to hold her. "You say the same thing for years, but nothing changes, nothing gets better." In public, Allison did not show her despair, did not show fatigue. Not so much from work, but from the strained relationship with the most dearest person, the only daughter. And at night, when Christina fell asleep, her mother cried bitterly. She had worked so hard to make sure Christy had everything she needed. She had been saving money for months to buy her a fancy dress or something else. She wouldn't eat for days to save money. She did everything at home by herself. She never asked Christina to help, because she was still small, she would still make a mess. Recently she sold her grandmother's gold medallion, the only memento left from her former family, to give Christina a coveted tablet. But her daughter didn't appreciate it. Constantly complained about her life, was rude to her mother. After graduating from high school, Christina could not enter the university on the state form, and her mother had nothing to pay for her daughter's education. She promised to get a second job so that next year Christina could at least attend college. But one day their lives finally changed. When Allison saw the intruder, she was stunned. Christina's father was standing in front of her. "Get out of here. What are you doing here?" The woman's heart was suddenly sealed with resentment from the past. "I didn't come to see you," the man said calmly, "I came to see my daughter." Christine came out of the house when she heard the heated conversation. "I'm your father," he said to his daughter, demonstrating to Allison that he didn't want to talk to her either. "I've come to take you with me. Forgive me for everything and pack your things. You'll come with me to London. I live there, I have a business, a big apartment, a cool car. You'll be happy. What are you going to do here, in this poverty?" "How dare you!" Allison exclaimed. "You didn't know you had a daughter for 18 years. I had hoped that my beloved wife would bear me offspring, but we have no children," the man confessed. "Damn you and your wife!" Allison shouted furiously. "Get out of here." "No. Daddy, wait," Christina stopped her father, "I'm coming with you. I'm sick of living in this poorhouse. I'm sick of listening to the ridicule of my peers," and with a sidelong glance at her mother, she finished her words. "And I'm sick of you, woman." Allison turned pale, her eyes filled with tears. In a trembling, weak voice she said, "Go, my daughter, to your father, go. Make your own life. But don't come back to me. And don't come to my funeral." Without saying goodbye to her mother, without hugging and asking her, Christina went to meet her new life, her happiness. But happy in the capital she did not become. Her father's wife hated her, turned her into a servant. And he was unable or unwilling to protect his daughter. After months of hell in her father's chambers, Christina decided to return home. But people met her with terrible news: there is no more mom. She couldn't bear the blow to her daughter's heart, she left her life of her own free will. She was buried. The daughter was not informed, because they did not know where to look for her. Christina sat in an empty house, with her arms around her knees, and cried. Her heart seemed to be torn with pain into pieces that could not be reassembled. Serves him right. For his cruelty and callousness. For having realized so late the boundlessness and sacrifice of a mother's love, the greatest treasure and happiness on earth for every human being.